Hi guys, hi, how's it going? How you doing today? Hopefully today finds you well. Today I am doing the last empties of 2022 and there's really not a lot in here, but I need to get these over and done with and out so that I can formulate my year of empties video that I do for you all in January. And I'm super excited about all the content coming in January because I don't do Vlogmas. I think this is the second year I've not done Vlogmas, but a big portion of that is because I do all of my year-end videos in January so that you get the full January to December feel for all the things that I brought into my collection, all the things that I used, my favorites, my non-favorites, and I get to utilize the whole year to come up with those things. I also take a vacation at the end of, well, at the beginning of January so that I can definitely get all those videos crafted for you guys. So I don't have much to go through today, but if empties is something that you're looking for today, you are in the right place. For those of you new here, hi, my name is Donna. I'm a lover of all things high and colorful beauty and self-care. I also work in the beauty industry as a field leader for Ulta Beauty. Get a lot of education in my position. I like to bring you that education here on my platform, but ultimately I'm out here because I like to talk about makeup, and I'm assuming if you're here, you also like to talk about makeup. So I'm kind of a chatty channel. You've found the right place if that's what you're looking for, and I hope that you'll want to subscribe before you go. With that said, let's roll into these empties. I'm super excited to go through my last empties of 2022 with you. And I believe Friday I'm doing the last declutter with you of 2022, and that is all of my palettes being decluttered. So we started the year with lips very early in the year, and we are ending with palettes very late in the year. So I hope that you'll want to subscribe before you go, hit that notification bell so that you're notified every single time I upload, and let's roll into this empties. Okay, let's go through these empties. From my recollection, I think there's only a couple of makeup empties in here, which is fine. That caters into my beauty budget and my beauty bank, and I have a lot of points in my beauty bank, so I'm not really wholeheartedly worried about it. And my last haul of the year will come to you actually in the first part of January, and a lot of what's in that is actually purchased it all with points. And you guys, if you've been keeping up with my beauty bank, you know that the free stuff, the gratis and the gifted things and the stuff that I buy with points, I don't calculate against my beauty bank because it's not about what I bring into my collection. It's about the purchases that I'm making and bringing into my collection. So there's that. So I'm going to just go through these things because I don't think that there's much makeup in here. First things first, I have this. It's the Rakuten Color Extend Blondage Icy Blonde Violet Blue Pigment Color Depositing. It's the color depositing mask from Rakuten. It's the Color Extend Blondage, so it is a blue mask for the blonde in your hair to keep it icy instead of, you know, getting that brassiness that blonde hair sometimes gets when you dye it. I was using this to keep my blonde, my violet when I had icy gray to violet hair, the last hair I had. I liked this. I liked it a lot. It seemed to last a long time. It lasts definitely a lot longer than the conditioner does for my Vivids, and I really enjoyed using it. One thing I was scared about is whether this was going to turn my skin blue or not, like it does. You know, they do tell you to wear gloves when you're using this kind, but it didn't stain my skin blue. It was really nice to use. It kept all of my blonde really blonde, and I really enjoyed it. I would repurchase it. I think I've got a couple of other ones down there, but they are for different color stories, not necessarily for blonde, but I would use this again and I would recommend it. I also have a hand cream. This is the Cocoa Magic hand cream. It's a coconut oil hand cream with almond oil and chamomile flower extract as well. I have had this in my collection for the absolute longest time. I think I picked this up at TJ Maxx years ago. This lasted forever in my collection. It's not bad. It's also not amazing. My hands during the wintertime get really dry and cracked, and I wash my hands just probably far too much, and they're still dry and cracked, and I was using this up until a couple days ago. So I mean, it's not amazing. There's definitely better hand creams out there, but it was good in a pinch and it lasted forever. I have these Good Molecules Caffeine Energizing Hydrogel Eye Patches. I just over the last like several months decided to put eye patches on my vanity so that I'm using them because I had a ton of them. This was just the first of many different things of eye patches that I had that I decided to use. I do think that I like these ones better than my current ones that are up on my vanity. The current ones up on my vanity are by Peter Thomas Roth, and I feel like these were a little bit more emollient and left a lot more serum and like serum that I could work into the skin. I don't know that I saw a better outcome from these than the Peter Thomas Roth ones, but I do like these ones a lot. They felt better. What I did like about them also is they came with a little like spatula. You probably can't see the spatula because it's clear, but it is right here. The only thing I would say about the spatula in this versus the spatula in the Peter Thomas Roth one is that the spatula that I'm currently using in the Peter Thomas Roth one is more of like a tweezer, so it like picks them up, whereas this one is kind of a spoon. I really didn't find any great usage for the spoon, except for that it would pick up extra of the serum, which I guess is, I mean, it's good if you want excess serum to have a spoon, but I think that you could use your fingers also. I definitely like the pinchers or the tweezer type that is in the Peter Thomas Roth for picking up the individual masks better than the spoon in this guy, but I did like those ones better than what I'm seeing so far from the Peter Thomas Roth version. I also have a Clinique Take the Day Off Balm. This is just a travel size. It lived in my travel bags. For those of you new around here, I do travel every single week for work. Like I said, I'm a field leader for Ulta Beauty, so I travel every week. My district is pretty geographically expansive, and I'm staying in a hotel most weeks, 2 nights out of the week. So I have a travel makeup bag, and then I have my regular stuff. This was in my travel bag. I will probably fill it and put it back into my travel bag versus buying a whole new one, but I did empty this one, so I thought I would put it in here. I also have a couple of these guys, which are the little fragrance dudes that I use in my Bath and Body Works has those wallflowers is what they're called. These were the fragrance pods that I had for those wallflowers. This one was pumpkin snickerdoodle. It smelled just like a snickerdoodle cookie, and I love snickerdoodle cookies. They're my favorite, so loved this one. It was a little bit overpowering. It was in this room, and with the door closed and you open the door, it could be pretty overpowering. I did find that to be true with this, but it smelled so good. And then this one is the pumpkin spice latte. It smelled like pumpkin spice coffee, and I am not that girl. I'm not a huge pumpkin spice latte fan, but this did also smell really good, and it was perfect for the bathroom, which kind of also my bathroom has 2 doors, and one door goes into like the sitting area into the living room, and the other one goes into the kitchen. And with both doors open, it kind of permeated throughout the whole house, and I really did like that. So love this guy. Its notes are pumpkin spice fresh espresso, whipped cream and cinnamon sugar. The pumpkin snickerdoodle one, the notes on it were warm sugar cookies, ground cinnamon, fresh nutmeg, and sprinkled with sugar. Definitely great fall scents. I would repurchase these for sure. The next things I have in here are some tools, and then I have one more skincare, and then the rest is makeup. So these tools are just tools that I'm getting rid of. I have gone through kind of a lot of tools this year, and the biggest reason why is because I have a ton of tools in the first place. But I've just, like, I'm far enough on my, journey in beauty that I know what I like to use to put makeup on my face and what I don't. This one is one of the last living e.l.f. brushes in my collection. When I first started doing this, I did buy a lot of e.l.f. brushes. They're like $1 or $3 or $6 at the most a piece, and they did their duty right back in the day. But this is the e.l.f. blending brush, and it is just, I don't know, it's got kind of a flat squishy ferrule, but it is fluffy. So it's kind of like almost a packer brush, but fluffy. It's not really a bad brush. I just don't prefer it. I feel like it is not stiff enough, and it kind of flings the color everywhere, so I don't use it. This is the Real Techniques 309. This came in a limited edition, like, celestial set. This one I used to use. I would put on my eye primer, and then I would use this to, like, move my eye primer around on my eye, make sure it's hitting every area of my eye. And it's a little bit too pokey these days, so I won't use it anywhere else, so I'm not going to use it anymore on my eye space. And then this one is also a Real Techniques brush. This is the Real Techniques 203, and I have a couple of these that have this really weird, like, look to them, and I did enjoy these. Again, they did their due diligence. They played where they needed to play, and now I just find that I don't love working with this brush on my face. It's either I'm getting too much product or not enough product, and it's a pain in the butt to use, so I'm not going to be using that one anymore. So that is going into my declutter. I have a skincare product. It is this. This is the Sunday Riley Good Jeans, and this is just a small version of it. I cannot remember how big the full size is. I don't think that this is a full size, but I was really disappointed in this product, if I have to be 100% honest with you, and I left it in the fashion that it is in so that I would remember to talk to you guys about this when I did my empties. I was really disappointed in this product because I brought it in at the same time as I brought in the Luna oil, and the Luna oil is still pretty full, and I had started using this at the same time. And granted, the Luna oil I'm only using like maybe once every few days. I was using this with the Glow oil, the Luna oil. I was using it in the morning, I was using it at night. It lasted about 2 weeks, you guys, when I couldn't believe that it was gone because the bottle is white, and I was like, there's no way that I've used it all already in 2 weeks, even one use morning and night. I decided to pull it apart, and this little, like, piece of, like, plastic baggie is all that you get of this product. And it sucks into itself, like an air container. It sucks into itself as you pump it out because it is on a pump. And I was just astounded that there wasn't more product than this in this product, because this is so expensive. I think even at this size, it's still like $40 for this little thing. Let me look it up so that I'm not lying to you all. So this is the 0.5 ounces of this product. It should last you quite a while. I've had 0.5 ounces last me quite a bit longer than 2 weeks in the past, and this is still $43. $43 for something that's gonna last me 2 weeks. No, thank you. I really did think that this whole bottle was filled with product, and I would be willing to bet that many of you who are purchasing this also probably think the whole bottle is full product. You would be sadly mistaken. It's not. I was so disappointed in this, and it makes me not want to purchase this ever again. Also, it stinks. It stinks so, so bad. So I doubt I'll purchase it again anyways. So I was really disappointed in that, but that is also empty, completely gone, 2 weeks worth of use. Yay. So then I have a couple of things that became empties through my Project Pan series. I have this, which is the Winky Lux Unibrow. I did end up using this in entirety in the last Project Pan video. I did show you that we used this guy up. This took me all year to get through. It was a great, I mean, truly a really great brow product. I really love the color of it, even though it's like universal taupe, which never is a universal color. It actually was a really pretty perfect color for my brows, which that should say something to you. If you are, if your brow is any different colored than mine, it's probably too dark for you. But I really did like this brow product. Would probably repurchase it if I needed to repurchase a brow product in a pinch, and that was the one that was there. I don't know that I would go after it myself, but it wasn't bad. The next thing that emptied out in my Project Pan was this guy here. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Lip Cheat in Iconic Nude, and this is about as far as I got before I couldn't sharpen it anymore. I had a subscriber tell me to put tape on the end of it and try and sharpen it that way, but putting tape on the end of it, it wouldn't go into the sharpener any further than I'm able to get it in just in and of itself. So I did try it. Thank you so much, Words of Wisdom. I always love Words of Wisdom. It just didn't work for this pencil with my sharpener, but I'll try it in the future. This is an empty. It was my favorite. That was a love that I found over this last year, was Charlotte Tilbury lip pencils. Amazing lip pencils. I would repurchase them 100 times. This is a favorite of mine, has always been a favorite of mine, will always be a favorite of mine. I haven't opened another one, but I do have like 4 of these on backup because they are the brow product that I really love. This is the Benefit 24-Hour Brow Setter. Love this guy. Will continue to use this guy. Would continue to purchase it, and have and will continue to recommend it as a great brow gel. I feel like it's not so heavy that it makes everything crunchy, but it's just strong enough that it holds everything upright. Even though it feels like it's still got product in it, I know that it is gone because it's just not holding my brows in the way that it needs to. So this is an empty. And then this is the Dermablend Lock and Last Water Resistant Setting Spray. This took me forever to get through as well, mostly because I don't use setting spray as much as I used to in the past. I think that you guys will see in my year of empties that setting spray, I used to have like 5 or 6 setting sprays at the end of the year that I had gone through, and I think this year this might be my second setting spray that I've went through. It's not necessarily an awful setting spray. It's also, I mean, it held my makeup in the way it needed to hold my makeup, but I also am not a person that finds that my makeup falls off my face in the way that it might if you find yourself needing a setting spray, which I think is why I don't go through setting spray the way that I did in the past. I thought I needed to use it to keep my makeup on my face, and now I just know that my makeup's not going anywhere. So with that said, that is the end of the empties for December. This is my last empties of 2022. I had 4 makeup empties, and those would be added typically to my beauty budget. For those of you who are not aware, my beauty budget is based on points. So I gave myself a certain amount of points at the beginning of the year. And for every beauty product I purchased and brought into my collection, I took a point away. And for every beauty product I emptied that has a category in my inventory, I gave myself a point back. So this would be plus 4 points, which I do believe lands me around 19 points. But because it is December and it is one of the very last days of December, we'll be refreshing the beauty bank anyway, so I don't think it matters, honestly, because I don't have another haul for the month of December. So with that said, I hope that you guys enjoyed my last empties of 2022. I hope your Christmas, if you celebrate, was amazing, and if not, I hope that you had a good long 3-day weekend and you got to spend some time doing exactly what it is that you wanted to do. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I hope that you and yours are doing well, that you're safe, that you're healthy, and that you're getting along as best you can in this world that we're living in right now. I also hope that you are loving each other, but loving each other from afar. And until next time, bye friends.